Start to build a little more tanky. Here we are, the last look at both of these team compositions right now. TODAK up against RRQ. Look at that Grok in the middle, you know, it just looks so menacing. Yeah, exactly, I was going to say that. And I don't know, predictions for this?
Well, for me, I gotta stick with RRQ. I'm pretty sure IC is going for TODAK and the crowd as well. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 for this match. It's going to be the battle. RRQ looking for that match point, trying to carry on the momentum. TODAK trying to stop RRQ in their tracks, equalizing 1-1.
Exactly. Game number 2 is going to be a little bit different. Hopefully, without the Franco in his vicinity, Momo is going to be able to do a little bit more compared to before. Look at this. A little bit different approach. Yums getting a very aggressive on this Ruby plays.
Whoa, Clay already taking more than half of his HP in terms of damage here and force the back to recall to base. We knew this. They were going to shut down the Xavier in the early game, and they're playing exactly that.
Yeah, they're actually just zoning Albert as well. They noticed that TODAK, for TODAK, Momo hasn't really been that reliable when it comes to the retribution battle. So, you know what? If we just get that mid lane prio, he doesn't need to deal with that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And on top of it all, when it comes to making up space here, I feel like Yums now playing on an offensive tank compared to the Enchanter style fits his role a little bit better compared to before. And as of yet, look at this interesting fact. TODAK, they definitely switch up all their battle spells and it's triple sprints this time as contrast to RRQ HOSHI, who went for triple flickers instead.
That's true. I think RRQ HOSHI with the flicker is especially dangerous. Yes, you don't have the Franco hook, but you still have a flicker wild charge into that to set up a lot of engagements. Oh, and then maybe that's what they're trying to do right now. Right onto Vin, though. It's going to be TODAK that puts on the aggression here in the mid lane. And I was going to say I like the Ruby pick as well, Terrence, because you combo that with Moon's real world manipulation. You also have the Shield Unity. That's a lot more team fight potential that they have.
I definitely agree. And on top of go time, the moment Yums hits those level 4, we are going to be expecting those I Am Offender hooks to set up for the play. This is I would say a budget version of Game 1's RRQ's draft, but it will work if they get into this timing. However, the first turtle is going to be on his way. As you can see, they are setting up for the plays up top.
Well, right now, TODAK, they have the mid lane pressure, right? They're going to have this prio over it. Again, they're just trying to give Momo more resources. Albert, though, he's looking for retribution. He gets it somehow there. Momo mistimes his retribution. Albert caught in the midst of it all. He's baiting so many abilities. The wild charge from Vin turns the fight around. Formei's forced to run. Moon walled away from his team, but the sprint is still there to disengage. 2 for 0, and the turtle as well. It might be more. Jiku jumps in as well with the blazing duet. Gets one. Zones Clay back. Moon taken low, but it is a trade back, at least for TODAK.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice engagement coming from RRQ to disengage, catching them while they miss up their combos. But at the same time, look at the position just now with Skylar. He anticipated Chiku to run down towards that bush, potentially set up a one-shot combo. And this is so scary of Skylar. He knows what TODAK thinks in advance, and Chiku was able to play the safe side and come up on top. So a very risky play coming from Skylar, but still, it's something to be concerned of later on.
Yeah, and doing that while, you know, Yums was there on the bottom lane as well, so especially risky, but they managed to pull that off. Here we look at the items, anything that's standing out.
Well, when I look at this right now, right, the Beatrix getting really scary. It all just comes down to the gold lane when they get those power spikes, right? Because I feel like right now, Beatrix and Claude, very similar when it comes to their power spikes, but Vin, he's just gonna go in with a wild charge, instant just response from the team. Very, very good synergy here as they pick off TODAK out of nowhere. Moon didn't even realize that happened.
Yeah, that's just so unfortunate coming from Moon. This is exactly what RRQ's game plan has been going on, especially for game number 1. Make sure Moon doesn't have a good game. And if Moon doesn't have a good game, there's nothing much TODAK can do, because in terms of overall early damage composition, Moon is going to be the core winning factor. However, Yums might be in a little bit of trouble, but seems like he is going to be A-okay as of yet. But TODAK, they want to go for this as well.
RRQ trying to find Momo in the bushes. Are they going to do it? But the hook from Yums here gets Vin in the mid lane. They're going to be able to shut him down. The real world manipulation comes out. Will it be able to do enough damage? More stuns comes out. Formei dives in the back. 1 versus 3, but Momo gets taken out in the front line. It's 2 traded out for 1. RRQ HOSHI.
Again, I think they need to calm down a little bit here. TODAK, initial engage, perfect, but they stay over way too long. Yums, initial impact on the ultimate, that's it. The damage comes through and boom. Formei's, yes, he did an amazing play. He went onto the ball, 3 people, but Moon forced to pop that sprint. Albert trying to get the kill, but again, back to the point, TODAK overextending in that team fight, getting too comfortable.
I definitely agree. And on top of it all, RRQ, they are getting a little bit too much to handle. Not even 5 minutes in the game, already a 2.6k lead in terms of economy, and a gold plating in the hands of R7. R7 is just having a fantastic time. Formace was struggling to actually take him down early on as well.
I mean, that's the natural matchup, right? It's an Esmeralda going up against a Deroth, and in the hands of these players as well, you know they're gonna abuse it. So it's been a tough one for Formace as well as Moon, but right now on the bottom side, also a tough one for Chiku as he immediately falls down to the hands of our RQ. 3 members just ganking. They're looking for Yooms. Are they gonna dive this one? Vin leading the charge. It's gonna be Albert making the first move here as he secures Momo. Too late to the party.
Oh, what a performance coming from Vin, catching the Claude off guard. Chiku just not able to do too much about that situation. But as this progresses, RRQ, they're just dissecting every front. And TODAK now on the top side. Oh no, Formace lost his matchup against R7.
That XP lane matchup is just... I mean, I have to say it, right? It's in the favor of R7 here. Dairoth counters Esmeralda. To top that off, he has 2 additional kills here. Formace, he stayed a little bit too long. He didn't calculate damage enough in. Looking for another pick onto Moon. Dawning Light connecting there, but no follow-up. Wild charge! Just stops Chiku in his tracks as Albert gets pulled back with the Mystic Field! And Skylar goes in for the render shot, almost taking Moon down. Once again, 4,000 gold lead for RRQ. They're just styling. Formace goes in for the falling star. Moon gets through, but the wall just puts Yooms in a very awkward position there. He's still able to dash away. Albert just going to punish them in that purple buff. Takes it away without using the retribution. Perfectly timed for the turtle spawn as well.
Oh, that was a big clutch coming from Vin as well. Chiku, he had the perfect blazing duet, but that's the downside about blazing duet. It can be cancelled by knockups, and in this case, the Grog's wall charge is pretty much the only one that can cancel him, and that's been used perfectly time and time again. And now, RRQ with the flicker plays, just outmaneuvering TODAK.
Momo trying to find something onto R7 there, but doesn't get it. Instead finds Vin in the mid lane here. So they just trade out some damage, managing to also take down this mid-tier 1 turret. RRQ HOSHI just getting so much space here on the map.
So much, honestly, like at this point, right, 7 minutes in, 6,000 gold lead. When we're taking a look at RRQ's composition, this is also where they get their power spike. This is the mid-game power spike that we were talking about. In the keys to victory, gotta mention it again. Mid to late game transition. That's where RRQ find themselves a little bit in trouble, right? But so far, they've just been so disciplined. They haven't really gone and played through words, TODAK's tempo. But here you go, R7 once again is the target of TODAK's mission here up top. Blazing Duet pop, Formace looking for the kill as R7 has nowhere to go. He tries to go for the trade, but it's Yooms who gets the shutdown. I don't think that was allocated properly.
Yeah, at the same time as well, bottom tier 2 is going to be taken out from side RRQ. They desperately needed the kills coming from TODAK, but at the same time, it's so very difficult. But it does help Chiku a little bit to scale into the game. However, I want to talk about a little bit of itemization here as well, because Albert, he's got 4-0-1. He just got his blade armor, and it's so difficult to kill him, considering that you need those Haas Claw to out-sustain those reflex coming in on Albert later on. So there is just a lot of more milestones that TODAK need to achieve before they can take a proper fight. And in this case, TODAK, they're just barely hanging on.
I feel like currently, TODAK are playing way too safe. Way too safe, right? We all know this. When TODAK plays safe, that's their downfall. They need to just go, throw bodies at objectives, go for the risky plays. That's where they're at their best. But right now, it feels like RRQ's initiative has just made them passive.
Well, it could be the nerves. I mean, after all, this is a big stage, right? And you're going up against the King of Kings, RRQ HOSHI, to boot. There's definitely something there, but Chiku takes a huge chunk of his damage. Just one shot from Skylar. This is going to be so dangerous.
That was one shot? That was one render shot. I mean, he is 2 levels ahead, but that was insane.
Yeah, that was insane. And of course, now RRQ with the positions, they are going to get the Lord Pitta. But Momo, he's going to get caught out, and that is going to be him making a run for it. RRQ, however, still going to be playing it disciplined for now.
Yeah, they're playing it safe, like you said, Mirko. And now RRQ looks like they will just be able to get the sword completely for free. TODAK, they're not responding so far. I don't know. Is there any way? Yes, they are behind. I mean, it's 6K gold lead right now, and it's looking pretty tough here.
It's just tough, right? Because we're not just looking at a gold lead that's huge. We're looking at an XP lead so massive here. Momo can't really contest these objectives because, again, when they're equal in levels, it's already tough for him. Now, Albert, 3 levels ahead, it's going to be even tougher with that damage to top it off. And he just... Okay, he got that orange buff. I was about to say, if Albert takes that, it's just really even going to be more tough here. As RRQ, they're just looking to siege down the base. Mid lane pushed in, bottom side as well. R7 doing his thing, going at that top side, 1v1 against 4 Maze. And it's time for RRQ to look for the siege again. TODAK, it's time for them to go full Langar mode.
Exactly. Another Blade Armor purchase from Win and R7 with the Radiant Armor. This is not going to be looking good as well. Chiku sidestepping his way through. But the biggest picture right now is that Skylar, he just got his Malefic Roar. He's going to hit like a truck. He misses the shot, but Yums, he's barely hanging on.
Yeah, Yums has to go. Oh, he actually just over the wall, but Tyler and it just catch him there for Maze going deep in the members of our HOSHI does not manage to get any damage or engages off here. So they fully disengage RRQ HOSHI, focusing their eyes on the objective on bottom side.
I think it was worth it. It was a good push. Firstly, got the kill against Thumbs. They also popped all the 3 best turret passes, right? So it's going to be really good. Leaders go as well. Looking good for RRQ and TODAK. I feel like just playing it way too passive for them to actually come back in the game. They need to just go at it full Langar mode, because if they just keep at it like this, we've seen it in game number 1 RRQ. They're not going to be baited for those spots in the base.
I definitely agree. They are trying to their best to put out, but at the same time, we did see a little bit of cross-map plays coming for me as well, Jiku. But every single time they do it, R7 is across the map, stopping in the track. And as of now, they need some sort of space to actually get someone from. And currently, RRQ is so good choking them.
I agree. And the thing is, you mentioned R7 split pushing, not just the RRQ. HOSHI also has great team fight potential. We've seen Vid hitting all those multi-men wild charges. It is so hard to fight back against that. And Yums, he tries his best, but doesn't manage to get that. Look at this. RRQ HOSHI just choking TODAK out of the farm.
Allocating all the buffs really well as well. I just take a look at it. R7 picking up their orange buff, Skylar picking up the enemy orange buff, Albert just sitting there with purple. We all know Karina now builds tank. Not really worth it for him to go for the orange buff. TODAK getting support here from the crowd, and that's what you love here. Even now, 3-10, still getting support. They need it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's not over yet. While RRQ is choked on all his spots, you can see the position of TODAK try and open up the map to allow Jiku for the race, but Yums, oh no, he gets caught out. That's his downfall. Moon needs to make a run for it.
Yeah, now they do disengage, but Chiku rolls out of the pop slicing, tries to Skylar in the black back, but manages to escape. He does not get a single kill out of that. And RRQ HOSHI have a number advantage to be able to take this low for Momo, hiding in the bushes. I don't think he can get this one.
All about setup. When we're looking at this all-out setup, RRQ, the fact that they're not punished for going so deep in the enemy jungle because TODAK, they don't have the waves properly managed. That free lore for side of RRQ, a 10,000 gold, they just keep on building all on the back of setup. They cleared the way to the top side. They force Esmeralda to go up top, and there's just nothing that TODAK can do without that Esmeralda.
I definitely agree. On top of it all, hold that thought now. He gets caught up. This is the opportunity for TODAK, but Elb is just so tagged. He can't get the kill. Yums and Momo is trying for the kill. However, it's going to be at the vicinity, but he had to back off. It's just a little bit too far off because the Lord is putting down it.
Yeah, but now RRQ HOSHI, they take the chance, pushing together with his Lord here. Will this be the final stand? Alba is high HP, but I don't think that should be a huge problem here. R7 goes in onto 4 Maze. Look at TODAK takes so much damage. Right now, the mid inhibitor is just going to go absolutely down for free.
Yeah, free turret are picked by RRQ. They're looking for more turrets on board. With Skylar, not really that tough to do. They just keep on going. And TODAK actually bring the Lord down below. Actually, kind of assists RRQ into his turnaround. Skylar picks it up with Renner, turning line the 3 there. Moon and Yums forced back up. Piku just farming. That's the Mystical going at it onto Momo. Opportunity to get out of there. Real world manipulation. No, that's not going to work. RRQ instantly back up from, and it's a huge resource. Skylar for the play! Skylar threading the needle, going for the Vector Fin, go for the Watt Charge, and this is the RRQ collapse. They look for the play, and they get, no, it's just RRQ looking for the base. R7 going for damage on the 4 Maze. The Pistol Strike connects. Skylar is massive for Maze, trying to buy some time as he gets bursted down. The Wesker does too much. RRQ! Skylar with the triple, and they take match points.
What a game coming from RRQ. Dominating performance. What an absolute monster, Skylar.